So my paper was on internet influencers, specifically how they actually influence viewers. And it's not good. So from the start, when I was looking up kind of like the definition of influencer, I learned that we actually didn't have the same definition for influencer that we have now, according to Jane Solomon of dictionary.com. So pretty recently, when that word started to mean what it means now. But aside from that, getting into how it actually affects us as viewers, a big aspect of this is FOMO, the fear of missing out. So a big part of the FOMO thing when it comes to influencers is, people on Instagram or on YouTube, they show these, nice cars or like their houses that are just like huge. And their viewers, who are usually younger, they see that and they want that. Obviously they can't have it because they are children. They kind of learn to compare themselves to people who are older and obviously more successful, which really hurts their self-esteem. And self-esteem is a huge aspect of this paper. It was originally what I was writing about, how influencers affect self-esteem. And this is just one of the ways that watching influencers can affect these younger people's self-esteem. Not just younger people, but like everybody. Everybody has the ability to see something online like that and have it affect them because they don't have it. And one of the studies that I looked at in my paper here showed that if you view social media as little as 30 minutes less a day, that you actually show a reduction in loneliness and anxiety that is stemmed from this kind of thing. So maybe doing that would be good for a lot of people. Another big part of this that was kind of surprising, actually not at all. A lot of these influencers get brand endorsements and they do kind of like, do advertisements for products or just anything that they get money for shouting out or showing in an Instagram post or YouTube video. I'm sure you, just like me, just like most people, might see those kinds of posts and just skip past it or like not care because why? Well, I'm not here for that. I'm here for like a funny YouTube video or something. And now I'm being branded at. One of the studies I looked at here, it was specifically talking about luxury brands. It was a study by, it's a hard name to pronounce. It was a study by two studiers. The data showed that when these influencers endorse these luxury brands to their viewers, it not only affects the viewer's self-esteem, obviously, but it also makes people not like the brands as much. So not only are these advertisers or these luxury brands losing money because they are paying these influencers, they're also making people dislike their product and not want to use it. So these advertisements are doing the exact opposite of what an advertisement is supposed to do. But that doesn't stop it from happening constantly. The camera didn't focus, so just take my word for it. My next topic was on body image. This has been a topic for a long time through television, obviously, for a while, and now it's just kind of moved over to social media. This was mainly about younger people on Instagram seeing posts of older people who are just in good shape because it's their job, or seeing a heavily photoshopped image. And people will see posts of people with these unmeetable like body expectations or beauty expectations, this stuff that is fake. Like you can't just look like that all the time, at least most people, and it affects how they feel about themselves. I'm sure most people have experienced that, and now it's just a lot more of it because it's so accessible like a lot of teenagers have Instagram, so they just see that all the time. The good thing here is that body positivity is a huge thing now that a lot of people are talking about. It's super relevant. There's a lot of Instagram accounts that talk about body positivity, a lot of influencers who, like, their main thing is talking about body positivity, or maybe not even their main thing. It's just another thing that they talk about because it's important. And this is kind of where we get into the good side of influencers and what they can do to help people. Another good aspect of influencers are educational YouTube videos. That's a pretty big thing. Most people probably have watched a video on YouTube to help them figure out their homework. I definitely have 1,000 times. There's a lot of high quality YouTube channels that only focus on education, whether it's for kids or high school students or college students or just adults who want to learn how to do something. There's a YouTube video for basically learning how to do anything, which is awesome. And while some might be high quality, there's a lot of low-cost educational videos that are just as helpful. And having a low-cost video means you can make more of them without spending too much money, so there's an abundance of them, and it's a very good side of having influencers on the internet. My sources for the paper were The Era of Influencer, dictionary.com, Fear of Missing Out, A Brief Overview of Origin, World Journal of Clinical Cases, Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology, Instabragging, Journal of Retailing and Consumer Services, Journal of Adolescent Health, Hashtag Body Positivity, a content analysis of body positive accounts on Instagram, Journal of Surgical Education, and Procedia Social and Behavioral Sciences.